Come on, baby. You're rocking my universe. Hey-o.
That's hot. That's hot.
All right, we're looking for America's next Whack Packer. You know we have a Whack Pack. It's a very tight-knit group. To get into the Whack Pack is very difficult. We put up $5,000 as a grand prize. GoldenPalace.net gave us the money. GoldenPalace.net, the Internet's #1 free casino game site. And we're going to bring in 3 finalists. We looked at the videotapes and narrowed it down to these 3 people. The first guy up is Dennis. Robin, he is a gentleman in a wheelchair, as you can see, and he's got some sort of breathing apparatus attached to him.
It looks like a penis.
Yeah, Dennis has got some kind of penis he sucks on to get air into his lungs, and we're going to talk to him in just a second. We have in the middle there a gentleman by the name of, hold on, I'll get your name in a second, Mark. And then standing next to Mark is another gentleman, and his name is Toby. So we've got Dennis,
Mark, and Toby.
Yeah, and Mark likes to be called Bigfoot. And we used to have a Bigfoot, but he died.
He died.
All right, what do you guys on with microphones? Are those hard wires? Okay.
Check.
There you go. Well, let me talk to Dennis first. Dennis, hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, you got the first thing a Whack Packer needs.
What, a cock?
No, you've got a high voice. You've got an unusual voice.
You know what? High pitch makes me look good.
Yeah, how old a guy are you?
I'm almost 27.
Almost 27. You look very young.
Yeah, people say I look 17.
Right. Now,
Well, he's in a wheelchair.
Hey, leave me alone.
No, I just want people to know because we're on radio.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, what's that penis-looking thing attached to your mouth?
Well, if you saw the tape, I have 3 personalities. I have Dennis, which, he's the conservative, the professional type, and I have Crazy Kenny, which is wild and crazy, and I have
Crazy Kenny?
Crazy Kenny.
Kenny, okay.
Yes, and I have Denise.
And Denise.
Well, everybody, when I make a phone call, they're like, ma'am, miss, Donna, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Are these characters, or are you split personality?
I'm pretty much split personality, Howard.
You're saying when you become Denise, you're Denise, and you forget about Dennis.
Oh, yes, baby.
Yeah. I'm speaking to Denise now?
Whichever one you want to talk to.
I see.
That would not be split personality. That would be him.
Now, what the hell are you doing in a wheelchair? What exactly is wrong with you?
I was struck by a car on a snowy day in January, and the car hit me at I don't know how fast it was going, but I was thrown through the air at 102 feet, and I died.
How old were you when you got hit by a car?
I was 7 years old.
7 years old. And you died. You technically died, they told you.
Yes, I died.
Did you see any kind of afterlife?
Yes, I did.
What did you see? Did you see Fafafuhi?
Fafahui.
No, what did you see when you died?
I just saw the great light, which to you guys would be like blinding, and this light, there wasn't any hurting, there wasn't any coldness, there was there was nothing, and I heard a great voice say, "Go back, we're not ready for you yet."
Yeah, I see. And you believe that was God?
Yes. God or whoever.
All right.
So what did he send you back for, to become a member of the Whack Pack?
Evidently.
Probably.
Yeah. So, Dennis, it's a sad life, and one of the things I always...
Howard, the only time I can get a boner is take a Cialis, and it lasted for 18 hours.
So you have taken Cialis?
Yes.
And what do you do with it when you get a boner? Do you have women?
I had a girlfriend, and that's why I took it. And,
well, wait a second. Let me understand something. Let me understand your affliction here. You can't move your arms or legs, right?
I have no thumbs.
You have no thumbs?
No, it's just I can't move.
You can't move at all. The only thing you can move is you're like Christopher Reeve in a sense.
Actually, a funny thing about that is I was here in New York a couple years ago, and I was at Madame Tussauds, and there was this Christopher Reeve's statue in a chair, and I parked right next to the chair, and I got looks like you can't believe.
Why? Why would people be angry with you for parking next to the chair?
Well, they weren't angry. They were like, oh, my God.
I guess you want to tell the president something about stem cell research. I bet you're all for it.
Actually, I want to say, fuck him.
Right. You want stem cell research.
I voted for him
You voted for Bush, and you're in a wheelchair?
Yeah, and well, I didn't know at the time, so I'm like, pretty much right now, I'm like, fuck you.
Right. I mean, come on. Of course there should be stem cell research. Maybe they'll find a cure for you. What do you got? What do you got? All your broken vertebrae and stuff?
Well, the only vertebrae, well, I had no broken vertebrae. I only had my C1, C2 vertebrae pinched.
Yeah.
And
it did that to you, right? It took away everything.
Yeah, my breathing, Howard, I can't even come.
You can't come?
No.
Would you ever consider doing a stage show in Vegas as a Christopher Reeve impersonator?
A fat one.
Right. A fat Christopher Reeve impersonator.
Absolutely. I'd even put on the tights and everything.
Yes.
How did he get a girlfriend?
Yeah. Well, now, take me back to not getting laid. Your penis doesn't work at all unless you take medication.
No, for a quadriplegic, a hard-on is pretty much involuntary.
So even when you have to take a dump, someone's got to wipe you, right?
No, they have to dig me out.
Oh, they like Artie's dad.
Yeah.
They go get it. Oh.
Plus they have
That's hot.
Plus.
You can't even take a dump. Someone's got to just stick their hand up your ass and pull out a dump.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. Is that embarrassing or you just don't care?
Some of my nurses are pretty cute, pretty hot.
So you like it?
Does the room stink when you do that?
I don't very much like it.
Right. Does it smell, the whole place?
I have to light up a candle.
Right. Just to get the stink out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do? You call for them and you say, hey, I think I might have to go, or you don't even know?
Usually I get a suppository. I'm on the computer for a little while, and
That'll do it.
And, then I call them in. I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready. And, they have to get me ready for the day, so...
So they do that once a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much...
every other day.
Every other day.
So pretty much you can't even tell when you're ready. They have to rummage around in your asshole until they find something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey, Howard, is it possible for him to go involuntarily? Like, if they don't get him for 4 days, will it just fall out?
Well, not really.
No, it would never come out.
So what would happen if somebody didn't get you for like 5 or 6 days?
It gets hard, and then it becomes almost impossible to get out.
Hey, talking from the nurse, yeah.
That's right. So what happened? You had a girlfriend? How did you get a girlfriend?
Well, I was involved in Syracuse in the advocacy awareness place, and actually I was an AmeriCorps member, and I met this girl. She had CP.
Is she hot at all?
I thought so.
Yeah. With CP, can you be hot? There's hot CP chicks, right?
Oh, yeah.
What, does she just walk a little fucked up?
No, she's in a chair, actually. There's different levels of,
CP.
Yeah.
Hey, I took care of a CP kid. He was in a chair. I ran right the hell out of there. I couldn't handle it.
How the hell did you take care of a kid with CP?
I didn't. It lasted 3 hours and I ran away.
He played a record, then left.
Yeah.
I found with dating her and being with the advocacy group that people with CP, they have no idea that they're drooling all the fucking time.
How did you have sex with a girl? How do you get into the bed to have the sex?
Well, she was pretty much immature. Mm-hmm. So, and I've been like this like 20 freaking years. So, she had no freaking idea about what sex was, so she thought, well, with us laying naked and with my monkey positioning her that was sex.
Your monkey? You have a monkey that helps you?
I have a bearded monkey that goes with me everywhere.
Really?
Wait a second. You have a monkey that goes with you, and she thought the monkey was going to position you so you could have sex with her?
Well, he's my nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, he's joking. He's being funny, and he's saying that she thought that if the nurse positioned him on the bed naked, that was sex.
I see.
Yes.
What's the monkey reference?
That's what he calls his nurse.
Oh,
It's the guy that pushes him around.
He told me not to use his name.
I see.
All right.
Okay.
So, okay.
But I do joke around that he's my bearded monkey.
So you went to your
That's
monkey.
horribly racist.
Yeah, you went to your...
Hey, does anybody want to spank my monkey?
Wait a second. Let me understand something. Sorry, because I got to move on to the other two guys. We got to decide.
We're fascinated
I'm
with you, though.
fascinated, though. I hope I do get to the other two guys. But what you're saying is you laid down on the bed.
Yes.
You had your nurse put you down on the bed.
Yes.
He undressed you. You laid there naked. You took a Cialis and your boner erupted.
She pulled on my crank for a little while, and I had a boner for 18 hours.
Could you feel anything? Nothing.
No, but my monkey said it was quite easy to pass me.
And she sat down on your boner?
No, she doesn't.
She hand jobbed him.
She hand jobbed you?
Yes.
And did anything come out?
No.
Nothing comes out?
No.
Oh, isn't that frustrating? Well, you don't feel it, though, do you?
Oh.
Why do you
Oh,
want?
yeah, I do.
Why do you want to have sex if you can't feel anything?
it would just be worth it, okay?
Yeah, you like the idea of it.
Hey, I've even had prostitutes.
Really?
Yes.
You've hired women to have sex with them?
Yes, in Atlantic City.
And white chicks, black chicks?
The first year, white chick, and the second year, a black chick, and the black chick rocked my word for 3 freaking hours.
Really?
She sat down on your Cialis-induced hard-on and jumped up and down on it?
Actually, at that time, I wasn't taking Cialis. She got me pretty hard.
She got you hard without Cialis?
Yes.
How'd she do that if you don't feel anything?
I can feel all over my body. It's just...
Oh, really?
Yes.
Boy, how great are whores? I mean, can we just say, God bless?
saints.
I mean,
They are saints.
absolutely.
You got it, Artie.
What is that, Bigfoot?
I know what whores are about. It is because I had one from New York. It is, and I double tag teamed her. It is.
Hey, can I tell you something,
Wow.
Bigfoot? I figured this kid was a shoo-in to win, but just hearing your
We'll
voice,
get to you in a moment.
I'm almost done with this
You
kid.
know what? You know what? I have
Wait
to...
when you hear some of my stories.
All right, we'll get to it.
I have to argue about that.
What?
I mean, I was all over the city last night looking for a whore, and I even asked these 2 black guys, and they were going to set me up. But the one whore was coming from New Jersey, and she wanted $600.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took a little long with her.
You fucker.
If 2 black guys can't find you a whore, who can, right, buddy?
Yeah, and you know what? He called back saying that she was gonna come down for $600. I don't make that much. I can't even afford Sirius radio.
Do you have how do you get Sirius radio, though?
I listen to it on my way to work in Rome.
I see.
I'm a mentor, and
a mentor.
yes.
What is that? Is that a horse with a unicorn that comes out of its head?
No.
I
What's a
wish.
mentor? Isn't that half horse, half human?
That's a unicorn.
Oh, unicorn. What is that? What are those called?
Centaur.
Mentor.
Centaur.
Mentor. What's a mentor?
A mentor is somebody who tries to influence somebody to do something good.
Oh, I thought a
Yes,
minotaur.
I am helping these young men try to
An inspiration.
get a life.
I
Tell them where to get
understand.
whores.
No.
Yeah, I do that too.
You have feeling in your penis.
Yes, I do.
You can feel if I touch your arm.
Yes.
Okay.
I can feel if you touch all over.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had any
And
feeling.
if you want to bring Cuba Gooding Jr. in and do a lap dance, I'm all for that.
Are you gay as well?
Denise is gay. She's,
So Denise is a woman, so
Yes.
he would enjoy that.
You're
Or
not
she would
gay.
enjoy that.
She's a heterosexual woman.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. So, all right, Dennis, we have a good idea. We're going to have to vote on these 3 guys.
Yeah,
Only one
so
guy can win.
Dennis?
Only one guy can win the $5,000 grand prize from GoldenPalace.net. I'm going to turn my attention now to a gentleman named Bigfoot.
Yeah.
How are you,
that's
Bigfoot?
I'm fine.
Well, we certainly need a Bigfoot in the whack pack, I'll tell
Why
you
is
that.
he Bigfoot? He's not that tall.
What
I'm
size
pretty
foot?
tall. It is. I'm 6'4". It is. I weigh 280 pounds, and I walk through the Valley House Motel flower bed.
What size is your foot that you call yourself Bigfoot?
Size 14 triple E.
All right. so
Why
you're
are we
a big guy.
continuing the contest?
You'll see why in a minute.
Mark, it says here you're a schizophrenic and you suffer from sleep apnea, which,
Yes,
which
I-
means what?
I've died 47 times in one night in my sleep.
You die in your sleep. I've heard of this.
Yes.
And there's no way to fix this?
No, it's no way to fix this.
So
the
how do
only
you-
way to fix this problem is you take air and blow it up to your nose. And the only problem with that, with me, it makes my nose burn. It does because of the air.
You don't play chess, do you?
No, I don't play chess at all.
That is a
right.
4'9".
Well, he said he knew something about prostitutes.
Yeah, what do you know about prostitutes?
What I know about prostitutes, I had one from Vegas, it is, and she came up for 2 weeks, and I had the best time with her you could ever imagine it is.
Now, what do you mean schizophrenic? You have multiple personality disorder?
Yes, I have mostly...
What does the matter, Artie?
Artie's having a fit.
Artie, you're going to be one of the judges. What are you doing?
Oh, Jesus, I think I've already won that.
I want to go get drunk with this guy.
Have you ever wished on a star?
Yeah.
No, what does it mean, schizophrenic?
Do
What
you
it
hear
means
things?
is I got more personalities in me than you can ever imagine even on your head.
Wow.
Schizophrenia doesn't mean
I can have people throw rocks at me and...
Uh-oh, one of our whack packers just died. What's the problem over there? What is that?
Horny beeper, sorry.
It's your beeper.
Horny
All right.
beeper.
Let the guy have a chance, will you?
Well, hey,
Yeah,
this
you
guy,
had your chance.
hey, this guy with the deep voice, he's fucking hot.
Is that Denise?
Yes, that's the
Anyways, I had this friend.
I think that was the shit beeper where the nurse has to come in.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. If you become a whack packer, let me just ask the first guy for a second. Will you have your nurse come in here and pull the turds out of you?
Absolutely, if you want me to.
Wow,
Hey,
that's-
you know what?
That is a selling point.
I'll even have him cath me.
You know, so weird. It's like we don't know about what's going on with him. So he just started shaking, and Will just jumped back.
What was going on?
What's that shaking?
You want to hear the rest of this?
Yes, I do want to hear the rest of
Don't
it.
interrupt
All
us.
right.
with the first-
I have a
Bigfoot, we'll get back to you, brother.
Don't worry, pal.
I have a room up at the Border Motel up in Derby. It is.
Yes.
He refused to clean my room. It is because I have coffee all over the place, cigarette ashes and everything. He's so scared of me, he even is so scared to come up and clean the room.
All right, let me understand something.
Do you hear voices?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. And what do they say
Do
to
you
you?
hear a voice laughing at you right now? That's already lying.
Yeah, I can hear the one on the other side of
Why
you
do you
there
want-
laughing up the storm.
Why do you want to be a whack packer? Do you just want the money, or you want to be?
No, I'm going through a very rough situation right now.
Right.
Because I got a very lengthy,
Marty, stop.
a lengthy criminal record. It is
Are you kidding?
from B&E,
Breaking and entering.
yes, breaking and entering, disorderly conduct, sticking my hand through broken windows. It is. And,
Why would you rob people? You seem like a nice man. Why would you do
that was back in my younger age. Back in my younger age,
How much prison time did you do?
18 months, the longest time.
Yeah. Were you in prison with hardcore prisoners?
Yes, hardcore prison.
Were you ever raped in any way? Did anybody ever have sex?
Rape?
Yeah.
He tried to play with my penis.
Who tried to play with your penis? These are desperate men.
Some of the other inmates.
Anyone who would play with your penis must be desperate.
Yeah, you were desperate, all
Are you
right.
considered slightly impaired mentally?
He said
Yes,
he was
No, but
schizophrenic.
I mean, are you low
I'm a
IQ?
slow learner.
Right.
When I do learn something, I learn it very well.
I bet.
Can you
Because
play
I took a
chess?
driver's test, it is, and I scored 100, just remembering the whole test through the whole entire thing.
A driver's test it was?
Yes, the driver's test.
Did you get it to school? I mean, did you go to college or
Special school.
special school? Short
How
yellow
long
bus?
have you been a
Yeah,
schizophrenic?
short little-
In other words, when you went to school, you didn't switch classrooms. The classrooms stayed the same.
Yeah.
While the other kids would move around.
Yeah, I'm the
Me
one that
too.
would make
Yeah.
fun of them and stick pencils up my nose and look
Now,
like
when you were in prison, you said that the other prisoners played with your penis.
Right.
Why would they do that to you? What was going on?
Because you were all hot and bothered, it is, and he thought I had a big wang, it is, and seeing I have a size 14-inch shoe.
Did you have sex with this man? Did he jerk you off? Did he do things?
You
to
know,
you?
he just kind of sucked on my cock, it is, and waited me to put a little juice in his mouth.
I think that guy's the next whack pack.
How does somebody force you to do that? Were you forced to do that?
I weren't forced, it is. I was kind of leered into it.
Leered?
I'm one of these people. I get leered into anything.
Yeah.
Somebody does to me.
It's easy to trap you.
Where did you learn how to speak?
If somebody
Tim
told me to
Sabian?
go jump off a bridge,
Yeah.
I'd probably go do it.
I don't think Bigfoot's the next whack packer. The guy who blew Bigfoot.
Can we find him?
Well, you say you do have a lot of sex. You say sometimes you do have to pay for it. And
Well, when is he not paying for it?
right. Have you ever not paid for it?
Oh, well, I've done my share of not paying for it
All
either.
right, good for you. That sounds
Was that
good.
the second jail term?
And you say
No, that weren't the second jail term, no.
There are female Sasquatches. I've seen specials.
and you two had a horrible. You two had a horrible experience with a car. You were dragged 80 feet by a car, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on my back it is, and I ripped the car, the person out of the car. It is. Well, I was hanging onto the door handle when you had the old-fashioned door handles. It is.
Right.
Luckily, I had a leather jacket on.
Right.
Luckily. Yeah.
And you lived.
And I lived. The back tire almost ran me over. It is.
Now, how did you get in this contest? Did someone submit you for it?
Yes, somebody admit me. Mike Gallup admitted
Mike knows
me.
you personally, and he said, "Boy, you would be perfect in the whack pack."
Yes,
Have
that's
you
how
ever
he did
done?
it.
Have
Yes.
you ever
Good.
done drugs?
Drugs?
Uh huh.
I used to. I don't anymore.
He
What
doesn't
did
need
you
it.
used to do?
I used to do everything it is. I could do lighter fluid in a plastic bag with toilet paper and
Really?
make.
Did someone explain to you that that's not a drug?
I know it's not a drug.
You would do lighter fluid in a plastic bag. And what would
Right.
you do with this lighter fluid? Would you snort it or drink it, or what would you?
Snort it. It is.
You would snort lighter fluid.
Hold it over your nose and
Wow.
mouth. It is.
No kidding.
And
And
it
you,
does.
and you get a big high off it. It is.
And what would it do to you? Would it make you euphoric?
No, what it did is I looked at a Roadrunner on the side of the car. It is one of those stickers. It is.
Yes.
And I thought my head was pointed.
Right. You thought you were a Roadrunner.
Yeah, I thought I was the Roadrunner.
All right. Listen, you're a
Well,
very
you know,
good.
that stuff does damage brain
You're
cells.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy was a grandmaster chess player before that happened. Listen, you're good. And so is the guy before you. We're going to have a tough decision.
Yeah,
Bigfoot
yeah.
and Dennis have gone so far. Artie, it sounds like you're really intrigued by Bigfoot.
I am. I like
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
you do.
The first guy's great, but Bigfoot, you know.
I had one more question. When was he diagnosed with schizophrenia?
I was born with that.
Oh, okay.
All right. And that means multiple personality, I guess. And
Yes,
also,
mostly personalities.
All right. Is there a girl
Mostly
inside of you?
personality.
No, it's no girl in me. It is.
Right. All right.
I'm all guy. It is.
But even when you were in prison, you don't think you're gay because you let the guy suck?
I don't think I'm gay. I'm just one of those gigolos.
I see.
I will go out with anything.
Will you feel bad if you beat this quadriplegic guy? I mean, I know that.
I won't feel bad about beating anybody.
All right, good enough.
I'm here for myself. It is.
What is that, Dennis?
I said, oh, come on, beat me up. I've been looking for a good fight, even though I can't swing.
Let's now. I want to give our third
Yeah, by
candidate.
bigger boys than he has.
All right, thank you, Bigfoot. Now, our third candidate is named Toby. Toby is a star, a genuine movie star. I recognize you, actually.
Yeah, Toby Radloff, genuine nerd from American Splendor, which is my best-known role.
Yes.
Wow.
Were you in other movies besides American Splendor?
Yes, I was in the movie Killer Nerd back in 1991. My friend Wayne Harold from Lurid.com produced it. It is his first project.
Does every movie he in have the term nerd in the title?
There was a Bride of Killer Nerd that was made 1 year after that.
Do you consider yourself a nerd, or do you find that an insult?
I consider it an honor because I was picked on a lot when I was in junior and senior high. A lot of the friends I hung around with were considered nerds.
Were people mean to you? Is that the problem?
Basically, people were mean, but I sort of like tried to shrug it off. I had problems coping with it at first, but I eventually learned how to shrug it off.
Do you realize you're different? Do you understand that you're a little bit different, or do you not get it?
I always understood that I was different, and I am proud of it.
Where do you
Proud of
Is
the
he a
fact.
little slow?
Are you slow?
Not as slow as some people.
Right, but you do have were you in the slow class like Big?
No, I was in normal classes.
You were in normal classes?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
Bedford High School, Bedford, Ohio.
So you graduated high school?
Yeah, 1977.
Were you ever so mad at the other kids that you wanted to go Columbine on them and shoot them up? Or
I had those thoughts at one time. The closest thing I'd say would be when I went after a kid with a hammer in shop class.
Yes.
And the teacher stopped me before anything could happen.
What had he done? What did that kid
The
do?
guy was harassing me to the point where I couldn't take it anymore.
Was he giving you noogies? What did he do specifically?
Basically, he was calling me a lot of crude names.
What was the worst name he called you?
Drug pusher.
Drug pusher.
Yeah,
You think that
because
would be sort of cool, actually?
yeah, because I was so anti-drug, and I'm still so anti-drug. Probably the most harmful thing I'd ever done was take a dose of NyQuil before going to bed after having a cold.
And even that upset you.
Right, because the NyQuil really knocks you out.
Why would he call you drug pusher?
I never really had any idea because some people thought I was weird, other people thought I was stupid, other people thought I was crazy.
People can be mean, can't they?
Yeah, people, especially teenagers, can be mean.
Teenagers, what do they pick on you? Do they
Pick on
surround
me a
you?
lot, and ironically, when I went to the class reunions later on, a lot of people that used to pick on me are my friends now.
Because you're in the movies.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the way it works. Same with me.
So he's
Yeah.
of normal intelligence. What does he do besides acting?
Do you make any money doing anything?
I work at a veterans hospital. I been there for 26 years. That's where I met Harvey Pekar for the first time.
And Harvey, of course, is the star.
Harvey's the subject of American Splendor, the comic book, and American Splendor, the movie. And I'm still friends with Harvey Pekar.
Are your parents like you, or are they disappointed in you?
My parents are proud of me. My mother and my stepfather. I never knew my real dad.
Right. He ran out of town?
He got my mother pregnant with me and ran out.
Right, I understand that. So this is a big deal. How did you come to our contest, America's Next Whack Packer? Did someone volunteer you for this?
Wayne Harold, the guy from Lurid.com, submitted the Genuine Nerd documentary DVD.
Yes.
I see.
Okay.
Now, is he in a relationship?
Are you a married man?
I'm single and gay.
Oh, you're gay?
Yeah.
Have you ever been intimate with a man?
I have a few times, yeah.
What did
I got
you
a
do to
boyfriend who lives in Columbus.
And how did you meet this guy? On the internet?
High school.
High school.
Yeah, I met him in 8th grade, actually.
And when did you begin sexual relations?
I'd say after we just basically hugged and then sex didn't come till later on.
Did you know you were always gay, or
I've known about that since I was 12 years old.
Right. And now what do you do? What types of activities are your favorite to engage in with a man?
Basically, just safe sex, playing around, hugging, kissing.
Jerking each other off?
Yeah.
You like that?
Do you have trouble finding men?
Not really, because I am in sort of a relationship, so I don't go looking.
Are you ever a bottom? Do you ever take it in the behind?
I have, but it's painful.
It is too painful, and you won't go there anymore.
Right.
Will you put a penis in your mouth?
I have in the past, yeah.
Yes. And you've swallowed the
I have, yeah.
What's that stuff called that comes out of it?
They call it jizz, cum, spooge, whatever you want to call it.
Right, and you have swallowed that.
I have, yeah.
I remember from the movie you like White Castle hamburgers. Do you still love White Castle hamburgers?
Still love them, yeah.
That's your favorite?
But I don't eat them as much because I am trying to take a few pounds off.
Well, I imagine when you get naked in front of your lover, he wants to see you buff and with the six-pack.
Yeah, of course he wants, but that's going to be a while.
Right, you're working on it.
You know what we heard about him?
What?
We heard that he's got like a huge penis.
Is that right?
I'd say about 8 inches.
How do we know that? How do you even know that, Gary?
The guy that made the movies told me. Not that they've done anything. He just has I guess he just told us.
You have an 8-inch penis.
Pretty much, there was a scene in Aberration Boulevard. It'll show up as an Easter egg on the DVD when it comes out. There's a scene where I'm dressed in a diaper.
Yes.
And I cry like a baby, act like a baby in this movie.
Wow.
And I hire a teenage prostitute to change my diaper, and I'm like crying like a baby. I got a pacifier in my mouth, and I would say pee 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 pee, and the prostitute would say, if little Corky, if you want me to change little Corky's diaper, big Corky's got to pay me $50. Corky's the name of the character in the movie. And then I'd say poo 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 poo, and then prostitute would say, if you want to change my if I want to change little Corky's shitty diaper, it's $100.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
He tells the story more like Tim.
Yes, he does. Okay. Now, look, here we have three
Jeez, how
gentlemen.
do we vote?
This is going to be very hard. All three of these gentlemen, in my opinion, and this is my professional opinion, I've been at this game for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Mr. Stern.
Sorry?
I know you have, Mr. Stern.
Yes. Do you have any idea how many years I've been doing this?
No, I don't. I know I've been watching you for quite a few years.
Toby, do you know how many years I've been doing this?
I know you've been on free radio before you went to Sirius. So must have been at least 20 years.
At least 20 years.
Yeah.
That's correct answer.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. So I've been around the game. I know my whack Packers.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say that all three of you are excellent candidates. I am very pleased with what I am seeing here.
One more question for Bigfoot. How old is he?
How old are you, Bigfoot?
I'm 48 years old.
48 years old. And what about you, Toby? How old are you?
I'm also 48.
All right, and I know how old Dennis is because he told me already. He's in his
27.
20s. Okay.
Hey, you're welcome.
You're welcome there. Well, all three of you are excellent candidates, but it is time to decide who gets the $5,000 and who is a new member of the Whack Pack. I'm sorry?
Drum roll.
Okay, drum roll.
I'm ready to vote.
All right, let's... Toby, do you have some sort of syndrome or something? I mean, it's a very, Toby, do you have some sort of weird... because it's a very...
yeah.
You're an unusual guy, you know what I mean?
Condition.
Yeah, some people will say Asperger's, but I never really heard of Asperger's
Is that
until...
referred to the gay thing?
Asperger's?
Asperger.
Asperger's syndrome. It's like has to do with some kind of, nervous tick or something, but I never really was
see.
professionally diagnosed. It's just that some fan
Lucky
had
you.
suggested it.
All right.
And as I said, I never was professionally diagnosed. I mean, I have seen psychiatrists and psychologists in the past, but I hadn't seen a shrink in years.
Gary, go ahead.
Asperger's is supposed to be this sort of odd form of autism, but one of the things that comes with it is you're supposed to be almost like Rain Man, really, really good at one particular thing.
What are you really, really good at? Are you a great
Yeah, I'm a great storyteller. I'm a great... sometimes I have a weird take on things like... One thing that was brought up on DVD was Truth in Advertising, where I would like make up fake commercials for various products.
I've got a quick question, though.
I'm a great breakdown.
Before you even go on with this, because we're running out of time, all three of you, I'm going to ask you to answer this question, and I'm first going to go to Dennis. Dennis, why do you want to be a whackpacker?
Well, I'll pretty much do anything. And I had this idea last year that I wanted to start a production called Disabled Porn. And,
disabled porn?
Yes.
You're going to volunteer for disabled porn? Yeah. So that kind of activity would be enhanced if you were a whackpacker. Let's go to Bigfoot. Why do you want to be a whackpacker?
Why I want to be a whackpacker is because I want to find myself my own apartment building and run it. It is.
All right, very
that
good.
way, people for the homeless it is.
Anybody would be lucky to live in your apartment building. And let's go to Toby. Toby, why be a whackpacker?
Because I've always had an unusual take on things.
All right, that's a good enough answer for me. There's a $5,000 grand prize, America's Next Whackpacker contest, sponsored by GoldenPalace.net. All three of you are deserving, but we can only pick one. Please, no tears if you don't get picked, all right? Everybody's got enough of a sad life. All right, no tears.
And I'm a good sport.
All right, let's go first to Gary Dell'Abate. Gary, you can only pick one.
Yeah.
Tell me quickly why. I'm running out of time. Cuba Gooding Jr., who won an Academy Award, is sitting out in the green room.
out there waiting.
He's in the green room, it is.
Yeah.
I give it to you really quick.
We've got a Middle Earth person.
No, he's Yoda.
Yes.
Really quickly, the guy in the wheelchair has a very interesting voice, but other than that, he's of normal intelligence, interesting stories.
Yes.
Toby, I think, has a very funny voice.
Toby, of course, from the movie American Splendor.
Right. But what's the gentleman's name in the middle?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot for me is like the clear-cut winner. He's got the voice. He's got the personality. Just all the elements are there.
All right. So, Gary, you have cast the first vote toward the $5,000 and a permanent place in the Whack Pack, a position that is coveted by all. The first person with one vote is Bigfoot. How do you feel about that, Toby?
Congratulations.
All right.
He didn't win yet.
He didn't win yet. Dennis, how do you feel about that? Are you a little upset?
Yeah, I'll challenge him.
All right. Well, we're going to hope that you get some votes on the board here. All right. I'm going to go to Robin Quivers
It's
next.
a shame we can't take them all
Yes.
because they
Yes.
all deserve to be in the whack
I think
pack.
they're all going to be our friends for a long time, but only one can win.
Only one can win, and only one can be an official member of the Whack Pack.
It's very close in my mind who I would vote for, but I think I'm going to go with Bigfoot.
Robin says Bigfoot. Before I go any further, I'm going to take a few phone calls to see what other people have. 2 votes, Bigfoot. Let's hope it's not a runaway for the other guys. Let's go to Brian on the air.
Yeah, if you guys got to vote for Bigfoot, there's really no choice here. I mean, he's obviously the clear-cut winner. He's the funniest guy there.
All right, that's your opinion. Let's go to Captain Jenks.
Hey, good morning, Howard. Number one made me throw up, actually.
He made you throw up? At what point?
I threw up down my shirt when he was talking about jerking off and all that stuff.
All right, let's go to Zolar. Zolar, who do you vote for?
Yeah, although I want to see the one in the wheelchair get shit picked out of his anus, Riley Martin is history. Bigfoot is the ultimate whackpacker I've ever heard.
All right, Bigfoot, you're saying could even have his own radio show here.
Totally.
All right, let's go to High Pitch Eric and see what he says. High Pitch, you're part of the Whack Pack. Who would you like to see join you?
I want to see that guy Dennis, because he's got the same voice as I do.
You like that Dennis has a similar voice?
Hey, thank you, High Pitch.
Hey, Dennis, how are you, buddy?
I am doing good. Hey, at least we matched.
I want to wish you good luck, man.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
You're
let's
like
get...
a Heineken drunk.
All right, High Pitch casting a vote for you, but the only votes that count are the ones in here. I'm going to go now to Artie Lang. Artie.
Well, it's rare on this show when we have these contests. I have a definite answer. Dennis, you're a great guy, and I think you should. You had a horribly unfortunate thing happen to you, and I can't get that out of my head. You're a great person. We're going to check in with you from time to time. You should go home and enjoy the show.
Oh, I will.
Toby is awesome, but he's been discovered already. Right. You know what I mean? Like, he's already famous, and I think the Howard Stern Show should be the person to introduce this person to America. And I gotta make it unanimous so far. It's Bigfoot. I mean, he's hilarious,
He's a find.
and we have a chance to introduce him to the country. So Bigfoot it is for me.
Howard, I just noticed something really amazing.
I'm seeing a runaway here. Yeah, go ahead.
Bigfoot went to open his mouth, and it took about 5 seconds for the skin on his lips to part.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they get stuck together.
What is that? Do you have dry lips?
Yeah, dry lips. Yeah.
Dry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just another plus in his corner.
Yeah.
Let's go to Pete, who's in Palm Beach and wants to weigh in on this.
Bigfoot is the clear winner, but we can fly that other fucker with balloons.
Who are you talking about? Little Dennis over there?
Little
Oh, come on. Pick on Eric the Midget. Come on.
Let's go to Fred Norris, who really understands the show, some say, better than anyone.
Absolutely. I agree with Artie. I think number 3, Toby, is too showbiz for the show, quite honestly.
He's been discovered.
He's a little too slick. I hate to say it.
You believe it, Toby? In this
I believe it, yeah. I've been in the business for like 20 years.
You know, Toby, your whole life
he comes off like really polished.
Toby, you've been picked on your whole life, and in here, you're too cool.
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
Unfortunately.
And number 1, I'd be afraid to get attached to him because he doesn't look like he's in the greatest of health. We lost Cliff Pallet. We lost the real Bigfoot. We lost Hank. I don't think I could stand another whack packer dropping dead.
Are you here to stay,
So
Dennis?
I'm going to say
you are here to
number
stay?
2, the retarded Al Capone, who also was gay.
I've been dead. I've jumped to death about 20 times, you know what, and I've come back every time.
How do you live and Christopher Reeve dies? I don't understand the difference.
Well, I have a good team.
You have a very good team behind
They
you.
take care of me. I have a bed sore right now.
Oh.
And if it gets infected, well...
You're out of here.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Oy vey.
I'd be afraid that this guy would be coming in one day and just wouldn't make it.
No offense to you, Dennis, but we can't have you dropping dead on us.
I'm not going to drop that on
We're
This is a
fragile.
very, very big show. I got to have lots of good times here.
I keep coming back to life.
Yeah, you don't have. Do you have any bed sores?
No.
You do not. All right. Don't just relax here. We're going to get to this, Dennis. Don't be upset. Are you getting upset? You're going to be able to handle it. All
So
right.
far, Bigfoot's gotten all the votes.
All right, let's go. I'm going to say, who's left? Me. That's it, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not giving Benji a vote.
It wouldn't matter at this point.
Well, as you know, my vote counts the most. It is called the Howard Stern Show. If I was to
You
vote,
would overrule us all.
I could overrule you all if I thought you were all mentally insane. But, guys, please don't hold it against our show. We love you all, but I have to go with Bigfoot. Bigfoot, you teared it up in here. You've got the weird voice. You've got the weird way of speaking.
You got the weird look.
You got the weird looks. People are just not going to know what to make of you.
He could get better as time goes on. He's schizophrenic. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse.
You're going to fuck up more and more.
Yeah, of course I am.
I could see people going to see you on appearances. Would you be willing to do an hour radio show?
I could do anything you wanted me to do. If you wanted me to stand on my head, I would be willing to do that.
Are you willing to work for $5 million?
Sure, I will.
Because some people around here complaining about their wages.
Most of all, Howard,
I won't complain about my wages.
Right.
my biggest reason for picking Bigfoot, I want to see him get that apartment building. I really do.
Bigfoot,
All right,
can you
that's
say something
good
for
of
me?
you. It'd be helping a lot of people up in the Northeast Kingdom. There's quite a few people homeless up there.
Absolutely.
But just so we don't feel bad for not picking Dennis, would you be willing to let us pick shit out of your ass? Because we're going to miss out of that with Dennis.
Absolutely.
Oh,
You can do
sure.
anything
I
you
don't
want
care.
to me.
You don't care.
I'll put it even on my resume.
Can you say I love to kill deers?
Oh, sure.
Let me hear you say it.
I love to kill deers.
I
like to kill deer. I even like to eat deer meat.
All right. Well,
I like to kill deer.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate. That's right. Let me congratulate Bigfoot, the $5,000 grand
Our
prize
new
winner.
backpacker.
Are you gonna have to split that with the guy who?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to split that with him because he rented the car for me.
Do you know what half of 5,000 is?
Yeah, I know what 5,000 is.
What's half of 5,000?
500.
All right.
Ah, so
when
he
you
gets
get
500.
good for you.
And he gets
Congratulations.
$500.
That's right.
Thank you, Mr. Stern.
What about you, Toby? You know what half of 5,000 is?
2,500.
Exactly. That's the right answer. See, you're too polished for this show.
Yeah, good luck, Bigfoot.
Yeah. He can't shake your hand. He doesn't move.
All right.
Dennis,
I'll just
he was
pat him
trying-
on the back.
Yeah,
then.
that's his front.
Careful.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can I?
He could be fragile.
Yeah, don't hurt him.
Hi, Dad. How you
The
doing,
best
buddy?
move so far, you'll see it on the best move. I'm sorry, 1 second. I don't mean to interrupt that precious moment, but the best thing I just saw was Bigfoot trying to shake Dennis's hand while Dennis can't move an inch. That was very, very
Everybody
good.
does it.
That's true whack pack material. And you were saying, Dennis, that you feel bad about Artie's dad.
Yes, I do. I feel very bad.
Yes.
Thanks. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
Artie, how long did he live when he became paralyzed?
He lived 4.5 years afterwards.
Oh, my
and you
God.
know, a bed sore was a big
Was what
problem
took him out?
with it. Well, one of the things.
Oh,
yeah.
my God, I'm on a roll then. I'm 20 years.
Yeah.
You're gonna be around a long time, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, while I don't have $5,000 for you, I do have $500 cash from the new movie The Descent.
Half of 5,000.
All right.
Breathe Your Last Breath in theaters everywhere. I have that for Dennis, and I'd like to give something to Toby as well.
Thank you very much.
What do we have for Toby? I want to give him some money, too.
I don't have any money for Toby.
We're going to get some money for Toby, aren't we?
Let me try to get some money for Toby.
All right.
Maybe the Descent will give me a couple of more bucks.
All right, maybe the Descent will kick in some bucks. Toby,
Can
whatever.
Toby smile?
Yeah.
Toby, let me see you smile.
No.
You know, I wanted to ask Toby one quick last thing. Hey, Toby, I'm good friends with the kid who played you in the movie, Judah Friedlander.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Do you still talk to him, and did you like his portrayal of you in the movie?
He did an excellent job portraying me. He was almost like his twin brother. In fact, I saw Judah last week. He appeared at Hilarities Comedy Club in Cleveland.
He's a great comedian.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he's really good
He
stand.
calls himself the world champion.
Yeah.
And as an actor, Toby, I congratulate you on all of your success. Also,
Thanks.
how are you? I know your community is reeling from the Mel Gibson story. How are you feeling about all of it?
I could care less about Mel Gibson.
Right. He's someone you don't even pay attention to.
Not really, no.
Right.
How do you feel about the Jews?
I'm friends with Jew people, so no problem.
All right. And what about you, Dennis? You like the Jews?
I don't even know what a Jew is.
You're kidding me.
No, I don't.
What do you mean you don't know what a Jew is?
I don't know what a Jew is.
Wait a minute. Let me rethink my vote.
Somebody who pinches pennies is.
Right. Bigfoot can teach you. Bigfoot, what can you tell Dennis about the Jews so he learns about them?
Jewish people will pick garbage out dumpsters and side of street corners or bottles or whatever it is. You'll find them picking up all kinds of stuff.
So you're actually saying my family are Jews?
Does your family pick garbage and take money out of the garbage pail?
No, not really, but some of them, or quite a few of them, are scumbums.
Oh, I see.
That's what he basically are.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Well,
A
Bigfoot,
gold mine.
a gold mine it is. We picked the right guy.
Bigfoot's a Nazi.
Yes. Wow. Well, Bigfoot, you know, I'm going to think about your name because we had a Bigfoot on the show.
Yeah.
And I was thinking...
I got it tattooed to my arm and everything.
Well, all right, I
We
guess we'll
can't change his name.
I was going to change it to Sasquatch, but...
That's all right, too.
Would you tattoo that on yourself, Sasquatch?
I could.
All right.
It's the same thing.
$5,000, I'll tattoo anything to me it is.
All right. Well, thank you. I got to tell you, we've got ourselves America's Next Whack Packer, Bigfoot. He won $5,000 thanks to my good friends at GoldenPalace.net, the Internet's #1 free casino game site. I want to also thank Dennis and Toby for this great contest.
Yes.
Thanks very much. Good luck, Bigfoot.
Thank you, and thank you for saying that to Bigfoot. Dennis, if you want to congratulate Bigfoot, go ahead.
I ain't saying nothing.
Right.
Oh, he's all pissed off at me.
Yeah.
Howard, since Toby's gay, do you have any interest in putting him on the Sibian?
Toby, no. I mean, Toby's in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to remain committed to my friend.
Well, yeah, I don't want you cheating.
Is there marriage in the offing?
Maybe not. As I said, we're like 150 miles apart, and we see each other off and on.
Probably for the
I mean,
best.
my commitments are in Cleveland. His commitments are in Columbus.
Ever make love to a woman? You ever try to make love to a woman?
I had a close call once. But this is back when I was 15 years old.
Yes.
I was home alone. This girl who I went to high school with wanted to go to bed with me, but I can imagine how my parents would react if they were to come home and find me in bed with a woman, especially since I did not have any protection. At 15 years old, I obviously could not afford a baby on a paper route income.
I see. Well, that was smart thinking. I
Very
respect you for that.
logical.
Are there any men in this room that you are attracted to? I know you're standing next to Gary Delabate. You see,
I never gave it any thought.
You haven't thought about any of the guys
No.
here.
Oh, come on, I'm paralyzed.
What's that?
I said, oh, come on, I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, as I said, I am in a relationship,
All right.
so
Otherwise
I'll
you-
leave it
Coming
at
on to
that.
him.
Yeah, stop teasing.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Bigfoot, congratulations. We're going to be seeing a lot more from you. You are going to be whisked off into a lifestyle you could never imagine.
All right. Thank you very much.
And you'll probably be on lots of shows now. You'll probably have to do your own show here at Sirius Satellite, the Bigfoot Show.
All right.
And we are very, very happy to welcome you to the family.
Wait to
All right, I'm happy to be here.
Yes, this is only scratching the surface, I'm sure.
All right.
All right, thank you. And I hope to hear from Toby and Dennis in the future, too.
There's always next time.
Thanks, Howard.
All right. And we might have to change your name. We're considering Grizzly Moron, a Sasquatch, all different... Sorry?
My name?
Yes, we got to think of the right name, but maybe it'll just be Bigfoot and leave it at that.
All right.
All right, there
Sounds
we go.
good to me. You want to make a creature out of me? Go right ahead.
We were thinking about another name.
Maybe we can make King Kong out of me.
No, why not?
King Kong comes to New York.
I bet you were teased a lot as a kid, too.
Yeah, I was. A real lot.
Another name we were kicking around is Big Guy with Weird Voice Who Got Blown by a Dude.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I have explosive outbursts. It is. I do things real speedy. It is. If somebody calls me out on a mission, it is. I'm right there, like snap of a finger. I even had cops call me before. It is. Come up and pick up DWI people that have been drunk while he tried to drive.
All right, don't use up all your material right
You can
now.
drive?
Yes, I can drive. I even got my own Cadillac.
Wow.
Crazy.
Only in
Cadillac
America.
Brom DeVille.
Oh.
All right, but there's a lot to learn, Robin, but we can't do it right now. I do have Cuba Gooding Jr. sitting in the next room. I want to thank these three gentlemen, these three great finalists, and I want to thank, of course, the great people at GoldenPalace.net, and I want to thank the movie The Descent, and we'll be back right after these words, and let's all welcome Bigfoot to the family.
Today on